We are pleased to announce the publication of the Perinatal Mortality National Clinical Audit Annual Report for the year 2021. The full report with all of the findings from the year 2021 is available on our website. Please be aware that the data discussed in the report or in this video might be distressing or emotionally challenging to hear. Remember to prioritize self-care and seek support if needed when engaging with this material. The Perinatal Mortality National Clinical Audit has the aim of providing a national review of perinatal deaths, to identify quality improvement initiatives and produce recommendations. We define perinatal deaths as all of those deaths that sadly occur during pregnancy or soon after a baby's birth. If a baby is born with no signs of life after the 24th week of gestation or with a birth weight of 500 grams or more, it's legally classified as a stillbirth in Ireland. An early neonatal death is when a baby dies during their first week of life. If a baby dies after their first week of life and within 28 days of life, they will be classified as a late neonatal death. The perinatal mortality rate is the number of stillbirths and early neonatal deaths that occur in a given year for each 1,000 births. In Ireland, the perinatal mortality rate was of 5.87 per 1,000 births in 2021. This means that 6 babies of each 1,000 sadly died around the second trimester of pregnancy and up to 7 days of life, representing a 0.6% of all births. The stillbirth rate was 3.91 per 1,000 births, and the early neonatal death rates was of 1.96 per 1,000 live births. This means that, for each 1,000 babies being born in Ireland, 4 were born still and 2 died in their first week of life. Our findings suggest that some maternal characteristics increase the risk of experiencing a perinatal death. The risk factors with the strongest evidence were a maternal age of over 40 years old, being part of an ethnic minority, or having a high BMI. Similarly, some infant characteristics also increase the risk of experiencing a perinatal death. Low birth weight centiles were associated with perinatal deaths in 2021, particularly stillbirths. Multiple pregnancies also had an increased risk of perinatal deaths. And finally, having a diagnosis of fetal growth restriction was also common amongst stillbirths and early neonatal deaths. In 2021, 238 babies were stillborn in Ireland, which represents a 67% of all perinatal deaths. The most common cause of death in stillborn babies were specific placental conditions, followed by major congenital anomalies. 119 early neonatal deaths and 40 late neonatal deaths were reported in 2021, which represent a 33% and an 11% of all perinatal deaths respectively. The most common cause of death in early neonatal deaths were major congenital anomalies, followed by respiratory disorders. Thank you for watching this summary video about the 2021 Perinatal Mortality in Ireland report. For more information and to access the full report, please visit the NPEC website or get in touch.